On a freezing night in the Ural Mountains, 9 experienced hikers suddenly tore their tent open from the inside, not the entrance, the fabric itself. Then they ran out into the Siberian wilderness, barefoot, half-dressed, some without coats. The temperature was nearly -30 degrees Celsius. What terrified them so badly that freezing to death outside seemed safer than staying inside the tent? More than 60 years later, nobody can answer that question. This is the story of the Dyatlov Pass Incident. January 1959. Deep inside the Ural Mountains, a group of young Soviet hikers prepare for an expedition. They are not amateurs. These are elite trekkers, students, athletes, survivors. The leader is Igor Dyatlov, a 23-year-old engineering student known for discipline and calm leadership. The goal seems simple: cross the northern Urals and earn top-level hiking certification. A difficult journey, but not impossible. The group jokes together before departure. They take photos, write diary entries, laugh in the snow. In one picture, they grin at the camera like ordinary college friends on an adventure, which makes what happens later feel impossible, because by the end of the trip, every single one of them will be dead. The hikers move deeper into the wilderness. Forests become thinner, winds become harsher. The mountains feel empty, ancient. Local Mansi people have a name for one nearby peak, Kholat Syakhl. Roughly translated, Mountain of the Dead, which sounds like something invented for a horror movie, except it was real, and the hikers knew the name. On February 1st, weather conditions worsen. Snowstorms reduce visibility. The group veers slightly off course and decides to camp on an exposed slope rather than descend into the forest. That decision changes everything. They set up their tent on the mountainside, cook dinner, write in journals, take final photographs, and then something happens. Weeks later, when rescuers finally reach the campsite, they immediately know something is wrong. The tent is still standing, partially buried in snow, but the entrance is closed, and the side of the tent has been slashed open from the inside. Inside are boots, coats, food, personal belongings, everything needed to survive the cold. Outside are footprints, 9 sets, leading away from the tent into the darkness. Some footprints are barefoot, others are made in socks. No signs of a struggle. No avalanche debris, just a line of people calmly walking into certain death, as if they were escaping something worse. The tracks lead nearly a mile downhill to the edge of a forest. Under a cedar tree, rescuers find the first 2 bodies. They are barefoot. Their hands are shredded and bloody. One appears to have climbed the tree desperately enough to strip bark from the trunk, which means, after fleeing the tent, they tried to survive. But then, the discoveries become stranger. 3 more bodies are found scattered between the tree and the campsite, including Igor Dyatlov himself. As though they were trying to return to the tent, trying to go back, trying to face whatever scared them. And then, the final 4 bodies are discovered months later beneath deep snow in a ravine. These hikers are not simply frozen, they are shattered. One has massive skull fractures. Another has broken ribs so severe investigators compare the force to a car crash. And yet, there were almost no external wounds. It is as if something crushed them from the inside. The investigation solved nothing. Officials blamed hypothermia, panic, even avalanches. But the injuries felt wrong. Then came stranger rumors. Radiation on clothing, orange lights in the sky, secret experiments, creatures in the mountains. Every explanation sounded insane, except one question. Why did experienced hikers leave safety and walk calmly into a deadly blizzard? Some believe a sudden crack in the snow terrified them awake. Not a massive avalanche, just enough panic to make them flee the tent, thinking they would return in minutes. But the storm swallowed them. The cold separated them, and slowly, the mountain killed them. Yet one detail still haunts the case. The footprints leaving the tent were orderly, not running, not chaotic. They walked quietly into the darkness, as if something behind them was worse than the storm itself.